think the men these days are being bred a little bit different. I think they're not as willing to be rejected or take a risk. And so I think that shows up when you're out and about. Like, men aren't really approaching as much as they used to.
Now, this is a great take because I see these type of conversations come up, and it's usually the same thing that brings in the lack of clarity because people conflate two different ideals. In one hand, she's speaking about men who are afraid of taking a risk and being rejected. In another hand, she's speaking about men who are not shooting their shot. Because she's speaking, we know that she's speaking about the population of men that are in her circle. So to get rid of the lack of clarity, let's get rid of the gray area. We're speaking about males. We pee in front of a toilet is what makes us male, but how we carry ourselves is what gives us our makeup of our being a man. Well, on one hand, you have men who don't have goals, aspiration. They're not working towards anything. Heck, they ain't got the 3 C's: car, career, and crib. Are they afraid of shooting their shot? No, they ain't got nothing to lose. Those men are going to shoot their shot all day long. So if she was speaking about that population, then her argument would be null and void. It ain't happening. But what we know she's speaking about is those men that have that drive, that have that determination, that have those skill sets that allow them to be successful. Those men are raising their merit in this world. They're increasing their echelon. They have a status that is something to be proud about. Those men have the competence, which breeds the accomplishments, which breeds the confidence. They've acquired the education and they've used that to gain the merit, which gives them the confidence to thrive in a male-dominant field that they're in, because that's where the money is. Those men ain't afraid of taking their shot. So if she's not talking about population 1 and she's not talking about population 2, then what are we talking about? I think this is a clear case of deflection. Typically, men are looking for the same things: femininity, nurturing spirit, modesty, meekness. Heck, smile. I see a lot of times men will say, well, you don't smile. Well, you ain't did nothing to make me smile. How can you be independent, which means you're independent of a man, but you're dependent upon me to do something so that you just smile on your everyday life? Or you're not feminine enough. Well, you ain't did nothing so I can be feminine. Again, you're independent of a man, but you're dependent on me to do something so that you can be feminine. Or you don't need a man. You don't need a man, but you need me to do something so you can smile or be feminine. So here's my take. If they're not shooting their shot, it's probably because you're not even in the same playing field.
The box. Let's have a conversation. The box. The box. The box.